Just out here enjoying a lovely storm. This is how hard it's raining. That's coming off the porch roof. Gutters cannot keep up. Kind of eerie how still the flag is. Where's the loud thunder? I didn't make it in the video. In case the thunder.
You need bigger gutters.
Got a nice red cell that's about to come through us, so it's going to be interesting.
Just putting in liquid.
We got sideways rain coming on the porch. I'm about to throw in the towel. So we have a serious problem. This is coming off of our property at the front. So we have flash flood warnings. It is washing away everything. This is the side of our driveway. The road down there, I'll take you down in a moment. It's taken all of our sides of our driveway, broken them apart. And we have rivers running all the way down, sinkholes in the driveway. The other side broke all these tiles because of the pressure. We have a clogged pipe, and that's one of the reasons we're having such a big issue. This is all at the entrance of our property. We are hoping that in the morning, after this subsides a little bit, that we can even leave. Not quite sure how that's going to go. But if you can see, it has washed away our asphalt. That is the pressure of this rain.
You hear the rocks going through?
And this is down at the road. It is washing the road away. So tomorrow is going to be crazy. That's asphalt that my daughter just kicked over that has been broken away from the road. It is just crazy. This is coming down the front side of our property. Just crazy to see the force that water can do. Don is trying to unclog that pipe to remedy some of the situation, but we can't even find it. Just crazy. We're walking back up toward the house. I don't know if you can see this, but it has washed away the majority of our driveway.
It's liquefied the asphalt. I'm walking in what used to be the driveway.
Yeah. I mean, this big crater, that was a part of our driveway.
Should I be walking this? This is dangerous.
It's all right.
Am I gonna sink down?
This is down one side of our driveway right here. So we have a pipe here that goes across to the other side. Over here. And this was not nearly this wide. Just grateful that we do have these culverts on both sides of our driveway, because we'd be in big trouble if we didn't.
Are we driving the Can-Am up to the animals?
No, I'm just gonna walk. And up here, closer to the house, it is breaking our asphalt. It is like a sponge when you step on it. And it is just crumbling. Over here on this side, this whole section of driveway washed away, and this was asphalt. This was not stone. And then this whole section washed away. Again, all asphalt. Just gone. And it is like sponge. You can just break the asphalt. This is going to be amazing to see all this damage by the time we get up tomorrow morning. It's about 2:30 in the morning right now. So we've got all this.
Oh, it's like squishy.
This is all crumbling asphalt. We've got a river on this side of the driveway that shouldn't be there. All this just washed away. There's one of our drainage tiles that came completely out. Going up to check the animals. Another huge section that got washed away. So this is where our asphalt ends, where the stone begins. So we lost the majority of the stone. I mean, it's just crazy. Big crater there.
What's this?
I mean, it's just flowing down both sides of the driveway. This was a drainage pipe that apparently had broken under the ground. We didn't know it, and all the rock's now been washed away from it.
Oh, it's squishy right there. Be careful.
I mean, I'm sure you can't see it, but it's sponges.
Well, show right here, Mom. I'm literally sinking into the ground.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad. So this is our makeshift bridge to get to our one goat pen right now. Definitely not good. So our little pallet bridge is completely clogged with rock that's been pushed down. I'll try to get over there to go check on my boys. Everybody good?
I can't see, so I don't know. Can I have a flashlight?
Try not to fall here. It's all slippery.
Do you want me to videotape it, Mom? Because I have
No,
more
I'm good.
good shoes. There's nothing in here.
Well, just need to check where the boys are at. Okay. So we got Oliver in here. He seems to be doing okay, and it doesn't actually look that wet in there, so this is holding up good.
And Baxter's okay.
There's Baxter. Baxter's all set, and it's actually high and dry up there, so
Oh, but it's not here.
this was a divot. Okay, I gotta be able to see, otherwise you can't see what I'm recording. So boys are all good. Kenzie, I need you to tie this. Mackenzie,
What?
I need you to tie this all up.
It wasn't even tied when I came up here.
Well, it should have been.
Huh?
Latch the top, tie it shut.
Where's the other tie? We have another one coming.
We have another storm coming? So apparently we have another storm coming in the near future. It's supposed to be storming all night and all morning. Don't think it's going to be much sleep here on the homestead today. All right, let's go check the girls very carefully.
Look at this up here.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Well, that waterfall wasn't there before. So this is how bad. It's just coming out of everywhere. Wash this whole section of driveway away. I can't even imagine how bad it is up by the cabin. Are we flooding out in here?
No.
Well, it's not going through.
It's going through. It's not very bad.
Let's go check our girls and our babies out. Make sure everybody's good in there. So this is the force that came through that pen as it was flooding. Washed all this bedding away, so let's go make sure the girls are good. How we doing, babies?
Are soaked.
Babies are soaked.
That one is, and this one's a little damp, but not too bad.
We need more bedding on this high side.
No. Elsa.
Don't even think about it, also. We need more hay.
This is latte.
Oh, whatever.
Like I said, you could not tell them apart.
So here we have now flooded the entire goat pen.
Which one is that? Oh,
That's little Buckley. Got their heat light in here, thankfully, so they'll be able to get dry for the babies. But we're going to bring some more hay in here, put it on this high side, make sure they can get out of the water. And I'm now going up to check all the way up. Guys are checking out over here by the mill. See how much damage we've got over here.
Bring your lights in Carl's eyes.
I say, can we go up to the cabin just to make sure nothing's crazy?
I was gonna, but I didn't know if I was helping them or hurting them with the lights.
Oh my goodness, this whole thing's being washed away.
We're hurting them with the lights. They just shine lights at us.
I know. I was trying to help them.
Oh my goodness. This is all coming from every area of our mountain. It is Crater City up here. Holy moly. check, and it's starting to downpour again. Last thing we need is more rain.
Are you gonna get out and walk around?
Cabin looks good so far.
It's locked.
It is going to be locked.
Well, I was gonna check and make sure it's not flooding inside.
It shouldn't flood inside.
But if it is, then I don't think I want to clean it. Well, we do have a moat over here.
Yeah. Be careful, you'll sink, Kenzie. Walk over here in the grass.
I'm trying to see over here.
And it's so hazy and raining so hard. This,
Seen the moat.
I don't think we're going to be able to assess the damage over here until tomorrow.
Mom, can you shine a light? At least the
So
moat
this,
looks really good.
well, I'm not sure what that is.
I
All
don't
kinds
think
of
the
things are
moat's
being
not
uncovered.
good,
This is just
but
washing everything away. Part of this was trenched out so we could work on the goat pen area. And it's just getting kind of crazy over here. But as far as the front yard, seeing how much eroded and washed away, we won't be able to see that till tomorrow.
it's a little unsafe right now with how much mud.
It's all flooded over there. Just all flooded. All right, let's go back down.
It's being out.
Okay.
It's good. Oops, I put it in neutral. Low down. Do the drive.
We need to get some windshield wipers on this thing.
We will.
That is crazy over there. All that's coming from the property. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so we're walking down the other side of the property. See, this just like, we had trenched part of this to try to get water away. But it definitely was flowing. I'm sure you can hear the water. So we've got a creek that runs over here down the one side of our property, and that is how fast it is flowing. So the creek comes down this side here. And this is normally a trickle, people. And this is what we have going on. Stay back in case the ground gives away, please. So this is coming down the other side of our property. So, all right, we got massive amounts of rain last night. We were up all night dealing with flooding. And the damage is kind of crazy. Washed out large sections from the force of the water. Large sections of the driveway. There's rocks here that we've never seen before. That's a section of our asphalt, so that tells you how bad the pressure was. Broke the pipe. The one drainage pipe we had. Unburied it. That was not sticking out of the ground. And we still have all this pressure. Out here checking on the animals again. We were up, like say, checking on them all night. They're bellowing, wanting to get out. Rain finally is slowing. So now it's time to assess all the damages. So this is the poor goat pen where we have mamas and babies and Liberty. We were out here, had to give them more hay because this whole area was just flooded. All this just washed right through the pen, out the door. It was like a river in here. There was no amount of drainage that could keep up with this crazy force. But everybody's okay. Like I say, we kept a close eye on them. Babies are still doing good over here. They are so cute. Still doing good. Hi, sweeties. Hi, beautifuls. But we really had to build the hay up to keep them out of the water last night. We're just going to feed them hay in here today, right over here in the corner, because I do not foresee them really wanting to go outside in the rain and the mud all day today. Goats do not like water. Alright, going to check out the boys. So this is our little makeshift bridge area. This has never been an issue, but this is the force. So it washed all the rock out of the driveway, clogged this. It is just insane. But thankfully we can at least still get over it to our boy pen, because we moved the boys where the birthing stalls were because it was higher ground, and moved all the girls to the other pen. But they got through this pretty unscathed. There was some flooding, but nothing major, thankfully, over here. We were already out here not that long ago, and they did great. Just let all the chickens out. They, of course, don't care that there's rain and craziness everywhere. We had moved quite a few chickens over to this area. The big off-the-ground brooder. Moved our bigger Americanas over here because they were kind of picking on the littler ones in the grow-out pen that we made. And they were big enough to fend for themselves over here, so we moved all them over here. Obviously, that's where we had dug the drainage, but it's just so much stuff washed down. We're going to be digging out drainage tiles, I'm sure, for quite a while. Not even letting the bigger goats out in this area today. They're going to stay in their pen. It's just a fall risk. Don't want them hurting themselves. The thick mud, don't want them breaking a leg or something. So they get to hang out inside today. They might not like it, but that's what they're going to do. But chickens and the ducks don't care about the wetness. I'm going to go and check the brooder room. So we had a horrible death toll hit this brooder room yesterday. When the rain started, it flooded really bad. We lost 21 chicks due to the flooding. So we had to completely revamped. The guys rushed to the store, bought some lumber, and put up this beautiful brooding box. So now they are safe. They are out of the water, no risk of drowning. And they are all doing wonderful. They love it. Like I say, we were able to save 20 of these little chicks out of the 41 we had, but 21 of them passed, so it was just devastating yesterday morning. But they're all in here doing good now. At least this was one thing I did not have to worry about last night. We knew they were safe because they were off the floor, because apparently this garage where we had our brooding room just takes on water when we get all this water. So another thing that'll have to be remedied. The damage to our driveway is just, I can't get over. I mean, you know the force of water is bad, and it can do a lot of damage, but just to wash it out like this is just crazy. And this is just at the higher point of the driveway that all this damage is. The lower parts, I know, are even worse because we were battling those last night. Up by the cabin, really it's unscathed because high ground. There's a lot of waterfalls up there, but didn't seem like there was really any damage up there late last night or early this morning when we were up. But gonna go check that out too. All right, we're taking the Can-Am up to go check how everything is up at the cabin. So as you can see, the water pressure is still pretty extensive. I know my car will not make it up the driveway right now. And we're gonna check to see how bad the road is, to see if it'll even make it down the road. Little waterfalls everywhere. And then we have a big waterfall up here. everything is good up here. No issues. Got our trench over here that's doing its job. It's running it down to the creek, so everything looks good up here, thankfully. Wet, but good. Back down. So this is the creek line on this side of the driveway. These trees were already down, things we had taken down, so. Greenhouse is still standing over there, nothing washed it away, and it held up to the torrential downpours we had going on. It just pushed all of the stone away here. The asphalt over here is all just washed away, and it feels like a sponge when you walk on it. It's crazy. Got our huge waterfall over there coming down. That's from that creek on the side, and it washes all the way down. Got the water on this side, which goes into a drainage tile and then back over here. And you can see the force that water is coming out at. And this creek line is about twice as wide as it was. And this all had overflowed. This is more of the driveway that's washed away, the asphalt, or all the stone, and this didn't have asphalt down here. Now down to the entryway. So it pushed so much rocks down last night, it has clogged the drainage pipe that goes over to the other side of the driveway. So this is just, I mean, it just broke everything. Down here at the road, it's washed the road away. Down at the end. I'm gonna go down our road, see how our neighbors fared. We know that our one neighbor, they did not have very good luck last night. It washed a large section of the end of their driveway away with this side. I mean, just took the whole end of their driveway out because the force was so intense, and the road is completely broken up. I mean, these rocks were all pushed. There's just waterfalls everywhere from the mountains trying to, path of least resistance. But the road is just annihilated. Thankfully, Alec was able to get down the road in the car this morning and get to the property. He had to work last night, so I mean, you can just see the water and all the damage. Section here, this was all overflowed, and that creek is just flowing on that side. Now this side here, it can't even keep up. There's drainage tiles to go, and this is just washing out on the road, so this is going to definitely be an issue. So our road took a beating last night. It's still taking a beating. I don't know how long it's going to take for this water to dissipate, but at least we can get down the road in the Can-Am. Not quite sure how I want to attempt to get down with my car. I don't want to pop a tire or something. Hopefully these don't turn into massive sinkholes, but I mean, you can see it just washed the asphalt out. This driveway here, poor neighbors, it's just washed out their driveway. We've got over here, we've got a neighbor over here, they can't even leave their house because the river or well, it was a creek, is completely blocking their bridge to get to their house. So they won't be getting out today. Got this area here, it's just washing away. So this is the force this water has made. It has caused the sinkhole area over here going underneath the asphalt road, back through, and then back into these poor people's yard. I mean, it's just crazy. That's the bridge so they can get their in and out of their property, and there's no way they're getting out. And that's usually a small stream, and it's going crazy over there. Streams are just flowing. But as far as road goes, no major damage down here on any of the roads. Different parts would shock me, but because it's lower, they washed out quite a bit of their drive there. They were up there, they've been up there building. But they have really wide creeks down here, so I think that's what saved them. See where it had washed across. A lot of fence damage though. I mean, it uprooted trees. The force of this water.
Looks like they put a guide wire in. I don't remember seeing it last night.
This pole here, we were waiting, we were expecting that it would have fallen, but it looks like they put some support trying to keep it from falling till they can come and fix it. This pole goes down, the whole road loses power, internet, everything. I mean, just fencing alone is going to be a huge task for these farmers. I really feel for them. As of right now, the cows are all on the other side of the water, so they don't have to worry about them getting out, but some serious fence damage from all the flooding. Just complete flooding. This was a lot worse at 4 in the morning, so it's improved. So not much sleep on our homestead last night. Thankfully, no major mudslides or anything, but man, it did take down quite a few trees. Force of nature. About 4 in the morning, we were getting a hold of these neighbors, all their fencing for their goats. So that's normally all fenced in for their goats and their livestock guardian dogs. And it's all washed, so they had to do a temporary smaller area, get their goats up, their dogs were running. But that whole area is usually fenced off, and it just washed it away. Does definitely look like some waters are receding though, so that is good. Because that was all underwater down there last night. That was all underwater, so it's definitely receding. This farmer's fence line just took a beating. They had just replaced all their barbed wire fence, and they're gonna have to replace it again because the force of the water. Thankfully their cows were in the other section, here where it had washed through, this was all brand new fencing, but you can see where the barbed wire is just down. Completely broke it due to the pressure of the water. And all this fencing over here, the force and all the brush that came with it, thankfully did not take out our little bridge, because this is our only way in and out of this out of our road. And you can just see all the debris. And it broke away sections of the road on that side. All in all, you know, everyone on our homestead's safe. I hope everybody on everybody else's properties is safe. It's all farmers and homesteads down this road, so it's going to be days and days of cleanup and repairs. So this is down at the end of our road, and this is normally a creek, and it is just completely overflowed all the way down. Thankfully, it doesn't look like it reached 70, so we should be able to get down 70. Bridge down there still above water, thankfully. That's our way into town. And then we've got all this flooding down here. It's just crazy. The traffic's moving, didn't take out any section of the road. It's going to take a little bit for all this water to recede, that's for sure.